Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or
His guess.
That's us.
tonight we're doing the second installment of The Curious Tale of Wisteria Vale, which is book 12.
Isn't really the second installment. Or
Well,
first installment.
It's installment 1.0 because point 0 was last time. That was-
Point
yeah.
five.
The
Yeah,
prelude.
0.5, yeah. Because we actually still have some prelude to get through as well.
Oh,
So, on that note, if our lovely Lena would be so gracious as to give us a recapitation, I went way off the rails already.
awesome. No, we're on the rails. Riding them hard. Okay, so we had been doing some stuff for several months. We were quietly leveling. People were traveling. Benlin was acting really weird. And so after several months, he disappears from Candlekeep, leaving some mysterious gifts in his wake. Nice gifts, of course. We immediately raid his room, of course, and find some clues that lead us into the desert, into the Anarok Desert, where we believe he's going to raise an elemental. And in fact, he did do so. We found him right away. Oh, wait. First we're talking about how do we get to the desert. And then this woman comes up to us, Rylea, and she's like, yeah, I need some assistance with the Restful Lily. I've heard, like, you guys know how to do a thing or two. And we're like, we know how to do all kinds of things and two. But we need to go deal with our friend first. So she's like, all right, I'll give you a transport. And we're like, sweet. Find him right away. Help him defeat the elemental, his father, the Tao that he raised. And a good thing, too, because he probably would have been killed otherwise. And now we're going to the spa.
In the 7 months that I made you guys all magical items, I didn't make anything to myself. So that I would not die. That would have been smart.
Seems like an oversight.
And we also, you didn't mention it, but we also, the rest of the party went and visited, not Cade's people, Paige's people. And you started an outreach program for single females, single women.
I think it's a backseat ladies within the.
And I did arrange a vacation to the Restful Lily, coincidentally. So everyone has dates waiting there, and hopefully they'll still be there when we finally get there. Which this fight in the desert, what was that, half a day delay? We're going to be fine.
Yeah, you were very confident that our packages were still going to be able to be fulfilled.
It was the equivalent of a long lunch.
Yeah.
The lunch just ran long. That's
Yeah,
all.
it did.
Off to the Restful Lily.
Can we send a message and be like, you know what, we're like
Does anyone have sending?
20 minutes late. We're on our way.
20 minutes late.
Yes, always. You're always 20 minutes away.
We're in the Anarok Desert, so 20 minutes maybe?
Half an hour.
It's 20 days, it's, you know.
I do
GPS just says 20.
That's all I see.
have teleportation circles, so I could probably get us there in 20 minutes.
There we
Would
go.
that get us
See?
to Silvery Moon?
I think so.
Do you have
See.
the key for Silvery Moon?
So,
I don't have teleportation circle. I thought I did.
Oh.
okay. Well,
You used it before.
I was going to say, didn't
it
you?
might have been a scroll or something.
No, we
I
used
think-
it to get to Daggerford.
I will-
Margars.
I will fix this. I will have teleportation.
Okay, so in that case, because Naya has kept up communication with Silvery, I would think that you would probably know the teleportation circle sequence to
We'll just request it.
to the Restful Lily.
Oh, they have a teleportation circle now.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are they accepting or are they leaving us on red?
Upgrading.
They've turned notifications off. So
They're on Do Not Disturb. They're with the client.
yeah. So are you going back to Candlekeep first, or are you going to the temple?
Well, it depends. Like, if we have the teleportation circle coordinates, we could go straight there.
Oh.
Either way, we'd go straight there. Whether
I
we're
mean, Benlin's
traveling
passed out,
or
so-
we're...
Like, if it's right after the fight, Benlin's passed out. So
Okay.
you drag him into a circle.
Well,
just
we'll
drive around
rest.
you.
I guess we'll rest then and treat our wounds, and then head there
I don't
if
think
we
I
can
have
teleport.
Is anybody injured?
no.
Benland's not injured. He was just awake for like 2 weeks.
Ah,
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are going straight there?
Yes.
I would say yeah. And I mean, we don't anticipate anything else happening, especially at the spa. So we'll probably. I mean,
Well, that's our next adventure because
We can
Riley
rest at the spa at least a little bit. I don't think do you think Raylia wants us to be jumping right into something? Because if we get there and then it's supposed to be a spa and a restful place and somewhere to recuperate, and then we end up going right into another adventure, and I don't really think that Benland's ready for that kind of action.
Yes, well, we'll have to take care of ourselves, of course, and we'll have to hear the details, and we can only make an informed decision then.
I mean, we can't jump into this mission for them if we're all hurt and tired and not really with it. That'd be a disservice to everybody, right?
Right.
Very
That's
true.
right.
Kirill draws a line in the sand. It's us.
As you guys were talking, I was working on this.
All right. So,
You know, I'm so happy that you have this ability now, Kirill, because it really helps out.
Was it Cindy who had teleportation?
not Cindy.
What's the
And it
guy?
wasn't
No, it was
you.
one of. It was.
do that kind of stuff.
Wasn't it? What was your character in Ozrin? What's his name?
Gimbal.
Kimball.
Gimbal had it near the
Didn't he have
end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Isn't that you? Because it's a high level spell.
Mid level.
Okay.
No, I mean, honestly, I just, as much as I love travel, I prefer destinations.
All right. So Hero completes his teleportation spell, and you guys find yourself.
What is the name of the orc?
Of the what?
Of the orc that worked with that worked with the Harpers?
Riley.
Right.
There was no work.
At the Restful Lily.
There's no. You mean the drow?
The Drow, thank you.
I don't know. Do you remember his name?
I was trying to find it.
All right. Roll me straight intelligence check,
Oh God.
or you can do history if you want.
You mean the one who gave you a hand?
Jabba-dabba.
The thorough masseuse.
Would it be possible, since this was like a personal connection, to do history with a base of charisma?
Did you keep
He's
up
trying.
communication with him?
No.
Then no.
Okay.
Can
Fair.
he
I
make a
like
shame
the
roll?
thought.
Can he make a shame roll? Because the shame would burn the name into his memory from now forward.
I remember him. The nat 20 for a 26.
You remember his name was Ilmar Miz?
Ilmar, thank you.
Ilmar Mizra.
That drow had hands.
Arms, legs, feet, head. He was all
I
together.
would just like
That
to
was
point out
obscure.
that as thirsty as me and Helena get on the other streams, Coulter is the only one who succeeded.
Not at my own volition.
It kind of just happened.
You also, with that role, you remember that his code name was Dusk as well.
Dusk.
And he was, for everyone who doesn't remember, he was a plant at the Temple of the Restful Lily because he was trying to gain intel on the hags.
Like a flower or
He was
A plant?
like a palm tree or
No.
like a sleeper.
oh.
No, I totally went for plant like
Yeah, I was like, did we
vegetarian.
transform him?
Did we transform him from a plant into a drow? I was like, what are you talking about?
Totally with you, and I thought he was like some kind of ficus or whatever.
It's called a drowbush.
You definitely did have a drink.
Strawberry bush.
And you remember he was there because he was friends with Silvery. And so he was trying to rescue her. He was trying to figure out what was going on because he hadn't heard from her in a while.
And Silvery was the one who was turned into a gorgon in the basement?
Correct.
Yeah.
Did you tell us about that happy ending part? You probably wouldn't have, right?
We all found out somehow.
I think
Even I
that
know about it now.
Okay.
I believe that
I think Laszlo told everybody.
yes,
Oh.
Back when he was still controlled by his patron.
because he was the one that caused it.
As we're arriving, Paige is gonna be like, wait, where was the dreamy archmage?
The what?
Nothing.
Would I know? Because Silvery maybe would have told me something.
The Archmage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're
Mentioned
arriving.
anything to you about an Archmage in your correspondence?
We're arriving in Silvery Moon.
Yeah, we'll say you arrive in Silvery Moon and you guys make your way to the temple.
Isn't Bo here?
Darling, everything's okay.
Where are we? And
Silver
he's
Moon.
like sandblasted and like dehydrated for being in the desert for several weeks.
Hands of water skin. Silver Moon.
And he looks down at his dad and she's like, why?
Oh,
We're on vacation.
You need it more than any of us.
I mean, we might have to run a light job while we're here, but still, vacation.
Couple hours.
Okay.
Isn't Bo here?
Oh, you're right. I do believe we may run into him.
I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know, it was something involving mud.
The
There is the bath,
Our mask?
mask, massage, I don't know. But mud would be interesting.
There are hot springs looked over by a naiad.
I think that might be enjoyable too.
That sounds fun.
Then I'll start looking at my
No mud, no sand, no rocks,
Good
which I know
stuff.
is ironic, but
Water is fine too.
So with that, if you want to transition to
I can't remember. Last time we were here, was Ben able to get a massage? I can't remember.
You signed into the right one.
I don't think you. Oh,
I don't remember.
I guess you didn't get the happy ending, though.
No.
I remember.
I was spent most of that adventure as a cat, I believe.
Yeah,
Bless you.
you were a cat. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Uh,
You're not the cat.
I remember scaling that building and that building, and there is a
Oh, that's
small window hole on that one. Over
They
there.
were all getting massages and we were actually investigating. That's what happened.
They were relaxing and we were working.
We got a lot of information.
And a lot of something else, didn't you, Carol?
I'm sorry, I can't hear what you're saying. Your accent has been so strange since you've been
We
back.
shouldn't tease Kirill. I mean, there's probably no odds that his trow fuckboy is still going to be there.
Drunk boy, if you will.
Anyways, have we arrived at the...
Is
So-
that usually part of the spa package?
Anyways!
So you arrive
It's a
at Silver
premium.
Moon.
Paige actually doesn't know where it is.
If anyone touches you in a way that you don't want them to, you please let them know it is not part of it.
Disintegrate.
What? No.
Oh, so fair.
Is this
I'm
wine?
just joking.
All right. So you
No.
guys,
I don't like vacations, Indy. Oh, look at this! It's so beautiful.
How long did it take us to get from Silvery Moon to here? Is this
About 20 minutes.
It's the spa.
is this one of those maps you downloaded? I was like, this is a much nicer map than
So-
the original.
I forget who created the map. I will ask Coulter to put it in the notes or something. But I did find this map online from someone who's a map maker, and I subscribed to her, and she has some beautiful maps, and so we will be using a couple for this adventure.
Very
I
cool.
really like this one because it definitely fleshes out a lot more.
There's the feeling that it came back to life now that the hags are no longer in charge.
It looks like
Yeah.
100%. Before we enter in the front door, can I scoop around the back and make sure like there's nothing crazy evil about that
Untoward.
shrine?
Yes.
Because we've been traveling for a bit, right? From Silvery
Yes.
Moon to here. So I've recovered.
Well, yeah, we would have rested before we traveled.
Cindy, do you think there's anywhere to dance inside? And Paige just like looks at you and like shuffles a little.
I don't know. I've never been here before.
I mean, outside,
And then I'll-
definitely in the garden.
try and imitate what you're doing.
How awkward is Cindy trying to dance?
Oh, really awkward.
Okay.
As we're traveling, though, I will attempt to apologize to my friends. I'm sorry to have worded you. I just had to resolve that before I could move forward.
Well, darling, we're your family, and we just want to be included.
Jin just brought up a lot of uncomfortable wanted to get my ducks in order.
If I had known that that was going to cause a problem, I never would have
How would you
brought the
know?
book to. Well, that's true. It was locked and we had no clue what was inside.
I mean, I would have preferred just to go with you and help you out, rather than learning what I did, how I did, big bro, and like hit you on the arm. And then walk a little bit faster.
Where's that? What is it?
Uh-oh, I think he's still mad at you.
So are you going into the temple?
I just want to look, maybe like detect evil and good. Does it like look?
So one thing, this map doesn't show it,
No, that's fine.
but if you look at the map, it doesn't show that it's been repaired, but it's like restored inside. It's very nice, candles lit, all kinds of stuff. Like it looks like it's getting use and that it's well cared for.
Yeah, I just want to just look at the back of it, just
Yeah.
quick. Okay, that looks good. Okay.
Nope, everything looks
The
good.
temple's fixed.
Like the grounds look like they've been kept up. Everything, like there's new flowers.
And you've been keeping up.
Is
with this place,
Silvery
right?
at the front or is it?
No,
Yeah, okay. But do I know the person that is at this front desk?
yes. As you guys walk in, the dwarf Biltrin greets you.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Hello.
How's your family?
Oh, they're doing well.
Excellent.
Thank you. So you brought your friends this time. Don't you have a reservation, don't you?
I hope so. Yes, we're gonna need the full ride.
Okay.
We're on
Well,
vacation as a family.
Oh, yes, we just called to confirm about 20 minutes ago.
oh, that was what Silvery was doing. Okay. Well, you'll find Silvery in the bar. And you'll find the other girl. I can't
Riley,
remember her
you?
name. No, right. Who's Riley?
Oh, well, she just approached us. She
Oh.
said we were meeting her here.
The mage lady. She hasn't come back. She said she had to go find some people for something. But
Oh, excellent. So we have time to relax.
Oh,
Are we actually relaxing?
Oh, I sure hope so. I intend to.
I'll go to one of the changing rooms and change out of my armor and into like just my underclothes and a robe.
he gives you all keys or he gives you guys keys to rooms if you guys want to bunk up.
Aren't these changing rooms?
They are changing rooms, but he's giving you all the stuff now. Like
Our
you guys
guest-
have like free reign.
Our guest rooms. Well, of course, me and Cindy can share.
There's actually you've kind of dead time. There's not many people here. Right?
Oh, we should give Kirill his own.
Silvery must be disappointed.
Well,
I'm sure we can increase word of mouth.
Well,
Make it
we-
a lot more.
Well, if there's rooms for all, then sounds great.
Kirill's been fairly quiet for one of the first times in his life.
Paige is just bobbing
You
around.
hold on.
Partially through Benlin's apology and partially through the approach to the spa.
well, have at it.
Thank you, darling.
So Benlin's like, wait, we get our own rooms?
Paige also. Wait. So we get our own
Well,
room?
I mean, there's one single room left, but then there's double rooms.
2 doubles.
Actually, hold on. We've got 2 single rooms left. I think, yeah.
I don't mind bunking up, especially maybe you guys will get some more clients coming in that need a space. I would hate to sell out the whole place.
You should stick with Cindy.
Of course. Of course.
Okay. He'll hand you one of the double room keys.
Okay.
Did you want to bunk?
Do you want to?
I don't have any other plans.
Singles.
Okay. I just hear talks that you had a friend here.
I don't think I do.
I mean, you guys remember Dusk left. Or Elmar left.
Oh, okay.
Once he was done, he went away.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
Pressing matters elsewhere.
Understood. Then sure, yes. We can bunk together, Kirill.
Yes.
As Paige is still like bopping around, so excited that he's on a vacation for the first time in his life.
Can give Benlin his space.
Well, I'm going to go visit with Silvery for a bit. Everybody, there's a mixer at 8, so just enjoy yourselves, but make sure you're in the lounge by then.
I know, Naya. That means if we miss it, we're in trouble.
Okay. Wait, what's the dress code?
Casual,
walk
darling,
by.
casual.
Like his robe that's like just tied around his waist, so his like chest is all out, and all of his like
Yeah.
herbs are like out and like stretching their leaves.
Is this place like clothing optional?
He's covered in the
I
downstairs.
know, but still, like a lot of spas or some spas are where you can be naked. But
I mean, last time
probably
we were
not in the
everyone was in, like,
lounge.
robes and stuff.
Yeah,
I think,
it's
but-
casual.
And then I head straight for that hot spring. I need a good soak.
Paige is absolutely changed into Hoochie Daddy swim trunks. Well, they're not.
Hoochie Daddy?
Well, they're not speedos, but they're very short.
Okay.
Got it.
And you can get in the hot spring as well, because that sounds.
Love a hot spring.
Cindy will come out in her very conservative looking swimsuit. It's like a tank top, but boy short kind of one piece thing.
For clarification, is the tank top and leg the most we've seen? The most like we've seen of Zindy?
Probably, yes. So, but it's like, yeah, it's like a big tank top, one thing, like almost board short length.
Benlin is
Short.
100% assuming the hot springs are clothing optional.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he is
that's for
he
sure.
is naked in the hot springs.
Nope, she's wearing there's no way.
Naya will also be nude.
I think if Paige saw Naya just getting nude, you'd be like, oh, okay. And you would just see his swim trunks float.
Does Paige? Never mind. I was like, would we even see anything?
But he knows it's custom.
Kirill is sitting in the lounge with some hot tea and a book.
Okay.
This is very relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys enter the hot springs and are floating around, you see the Naya that you remember inhabits the pool, Cyrena, and she kind of just nods to you and then just kind of floats away. Doesn't seem like she's very interested in talking at this moment.
Hope she's not upset about all the sediment that's going to get in this.
Oh, hello. I'll just wave as she.
Hi.
Who's that?
Paige
Oh,
is
she's a Naya that lives here. She makes the pool, she gives the pool its healing properties.
Fascinating. I'd have to talk to her at the mixer.
Chomp Good is pretending to be a crocodile and sneaking up on Paige.
Dana.
Oh no, Paige! Watch out for that dangerous creature.
Paige kind of and whoa, and like rolls over and like swims down.
Chomp Good gives you a merry chase.
We have a nice little jaunt swim around.
Okay. So you guys are swimming around.
Paige is playing with Chomp.
As you guys are swimming around there.
Yeah, it was a short rest.
We took a
Yeah.
long rest.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we stayed the night in Silver Moon and then came, you said.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Got it.
As you guys are swimming around, someone pops in the door. And it is none other than Ilmar Mistrum.
Oh,
And I'm in the lounge.
I would not remember who he looked like.
And then we'll take one look at him and go, oh no.
Your faces. Why do I know your faces?
I don't know.
We're from Candlekeep. Do you go there often?
Oh, Candlekeep. I remember. Yes. Thank you again for helping my dear friend with this beautiful temple.
Oh, you're friends with Silvery.
Yes,
She runs a beautiful place.
she does. Well, are you staying here for a while, or?
A couple days. We're on vacation.
Ben then turns into a box turtle and kind of just like swims towards Paige.
Oh, don't mind him. He's not very extroverted.
And where's your other two friends? There was a bookish type and the other one.
I will pop up and go, I'm right here. Hello.
You don't look like you read books.
I read books.
Yes, Zindy's the bookish one. I don't believe.
Oh, you look different.
Yeah, I normally don't wear a swimsuit like this, but I found for the environment and, when in Silvery Moon.
Do as the Silvery Moonins do.
So what brings you here again?
We're on vacation. Although we might have to do a little light work. There's a mage who has a bit of a problem here.
Mage?
Rylia, I guess. She's
Oh,
not here at
you
this
met
time.
Riley? You met Riley?
Oh, you're here with her
Yes, I work here.
at the spa?
Yes, and she came saying that she needed help with something that needed to be protected.
Oh, okay. Do you know what
Are you?
this business is?
Did she hire you?
The one person that knows his backstory is sitting in another room.
Well, I'm really bad with the details. Let's get Curl. I get out of the pool and.
Just walking back.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you bring me in.
No, you're right though. Let's do this.
Good paddles out of the pool, carrying Benlin, struggling with his little turtle legs. Just
He's new as they're both new as well. Well, the one turned into the. It's been a while.
As we walk to the lounge, I kind of take your arm in mine. I'm like, now, darling, please tell me you'll come to the mixer later this evening.
Oh, is that why? Oh, yes. Okay. There were some people who arrived
Yes.
that weren't. Okay. Yes. Oh, that. Yes. All right.
Look at you all
be-
flustered.
before we talk any business, I'm gonna go change into not towel.
Okay, darling.
And I try and make eye contact with Kirill as I go, as he's starting to think that maybe Kirill is mad at him.
Kiro looks up from his book to see everybody enter and closes it and sets it on the table.
So we'll start out with Benlin. So you're going to the rooms.
Yeah, I think Kirill and Paige ended up settling together, so I think it's me on my own.
Okay. So give me a perception check as you enter this door.
My passive is 22.
Okay. You are coming through this doorway, and you happen to see around the hall. Who's there?
Hey.
Bo?
Ben? Oh, Ben. Hi, Benlin.
What are you doing here?
Nothing. I'm just.
How is he
relaxing.
dressed?
Normal.
Oh,
Not like
he's
well,
a portal.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have weapons or anything on him now. Like he has nothing on him. Like.
What?
And then
Are you on vacation too?
through the door, you hear another voice. Hello? Who's that?
Benlin will walk over to his room. It just kind of go like back into his room.
All right. Cool.
And then I will send a message to Naya saying, Bo's here with someone.
Excellent.
So I have the message cantrip. It's got 150-yard range.
All right. Carol.
I stand up and approach the group, and seeing Ilum, Ilmar. Seeing Ilmar, will smile, put out a hand. It's great to see you again.
Hello.
I didn't realize that why we were sent here was actually. I'm sorry. Perhaps we should start. I didn't realize that Rylia had a matter that was actually at the spa.
I'm holding on to something for her.
So are you who were here to meet for the Harper business?
Yes. Did she not tell you who your contact here was?
No, just to arrive.
Oh. Well, it's Harper, official Harper matters.
Well, yes, you made us very well aware of that.
There's a book that needs to be dealt with, and we need some help with it. And one of your companions was already here, but with someone else, and he seems to think that he won't be able to handle it.
Our companion.
Oh,
Oh.
Bo is here.
Turtle?
Oh,
Large man, shell.
Bo is here?
I think he's here with his paramour. So hopefully we'll get a glimpse of him.
And Cindy will start going down the hall. Bo?
Okay then.
Oh, are you here?
And will
Wait,
immediately
come back.
open the door half dressed and go,
But
and close it again.
ooh, this spot is to awaken all sorts of feelings in people.
I'll peek my head back into the lounge area where I'm gonna go change. Then I'll walk off to my room.
Kirill will have, when we got here, when everybody else got ready for their like pool time, had gone and changed into like garb he was comfortable with for a cocktail party, basically. So
You seem like you're doing well. You're dressed very, very nicely. So
oh, just an old thing I brought for travel.
you do like to travel in style, apparently.
I mean, if there's something worth doing, you might as well do it right.
I couldn't agree more.
I will.
Sparks are flying. Love it.
Can I make like an insight check to see if I can figure out what the hell's going on between these two?
Yes.
Okay.
And while you do,
Int check. Or no, not int. Like wisdom.
let's do perception.
Perception.
Okay.
Still really
That's better because my insight's not good. 21.
Nice.
There's some flirting going on. There's some history there.
Okay, so I'm going to mind message to Naya, and Zindi's probably too far. Benlin I can't necessarily see because he's changing. So at least to Naya. Are they flirting? Okay, that's good, right? We want that for Kirill?
Hang on, Carol, are you
course.
flirting?
Yeah.
Not if they are, therefore her.
I'm
her
just saying, he got a
answer is valid.
21, so.
Kirill is showing off.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
Little peacocking. over there.
inside of like my mind, the way it is like Kirill's never been able to figure out if what happened between them was something that was like a connection or if it was just part of Ilmar's job. So he's like, he's trying to remain attractive and like be like make it that's clearly a valuable partner kind of deal, but like not. He doesn't want to be pushy because like if it was just part of what he had to do as a spy, then he doesn't want to like
Yeah.
make him uncomfortable. So he just but peacocking a little bit, yeah, to be like, yeah, I
So
watched
then-
it. This could, if you were interested, this could work. Like,
To Naya up here, Paige is gonna say, "Oh, okay. Well, I have to go change, but I think I can help." And then I'm gonna, guys, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but if there's a party to get ready for, I have to go change. Kirill, again, thank you so much for all the advice earlier. That really helped. You're smarter than I would even believe.
Aw.
And then I'm gonna run off to my room.
Okay.
Benman will re-enter the lounge area. He's wearing a white silk kind of like tank top, but it's like loose and flowy. And then he's wearing those pants that have the openings on the side, all the way down that you like tie.
very resort wear.
And then he's wearing like sandals for the first time in his life.
Little tiny herbs growing from his toe.
The tops of his feet, like up his legs. And then Chomp Good has a little robe on. There was like a halfling robe in there that he could tie
Oh my God.
around Chomp Good.
So as you enter, you see Ilmar and Chompgood and Naya and Kirill kind of chatting. You also see 4 other people have entered.
Before anything else, as soon as I get back within range, I'm going to message Kirill and be like, all jokes aside, are you okay?
I don't know yet. I think we'll see.
If you need me for anything, just let me know.
I'm waiting to see if needs are met. And I'm going to do kind of like scan of the room, just because the gentleman at the desk telling us that things were pretty dead. It's curious to see. In my mind, we were going to this kind of like private, we're getting to reunite with Silvery and these kind of things. Like having other people there puts them a little bit like what's going on. So just a little bit of a scan of them and like who's entered.
Vibe check.
Yeah. I'm doing a vibe. All of that to say I'm doing a vibe check.
What are their vibes?
Okay. So I would say like it's not like an overwhelming group, but it's like a small kind of gathering of people. The two friends that were from your community, I arranged for them to be there. There's a bookish half-orc who was banished from his family, but he lives a nomadic life, learning about cultures and helping those in need. So he's for you. And then
Wait, what?
this is just to help you roleplay these people. And then
We're gonna get to the extra adventure again.
it's fine. We don't actually have to do the mixer, but I just
It's
wanted
fine.
and then I was hoping I could roll to just see how attractive they are to you guys. So because I would have made a guess what would be attractive to you, but I think it'd be funny
Sure.
if you get a 2 and you're like, that guy is hideous. I did arrange for someone for Curl, but I'm actually thinking I'm going to be moving them to someone else, maybe noticing what's happening here. But there is a high elf male that is.
If Paige gets 2 women fighting over him,
Okay.
I would love 2 women fighting over him.
Kiro, baby, they are not fighting.
They are sharing.
Have a debate.
Carrie is Carrie.
Oh, or that. Okay, so there's a high elf male there who's a magic professor from Waterdeep. He is nerdy but still quietly confident. He prefers to avoid conflict and violence. Oh, and then there's also for Benlin.
No one, because
No,
she stopped doing
I arranged a female dwarf who also lost the love of her life, and she's as grumpy as you, so you guys can be friends.
I love it.
So I walk up to the bar where there's a female dwarf drinking, sit down near her, and we're like, I haven't done this in a while. Could you get me drunk? To the bartender.
It's Silvery's at the bar.
Silvery, I haven't done this in a while. Can you get me drunk without me noticing?
Without you noticing. She like waves her hand, and you feel like some magic or something kind of brush by you.
Oh no, I wanted to drink something that I didn't notice the alcohol.
I know.
Oh, okay.
And behind her on the bar, you notice like an empty jar fill up with water. And she takes some of that water and she grabs a very, very small, very, very dark, ancient looking bottle off the top shelf and pours a little bit of water in a glass, pours a couple drops of the alcohol in there, and then hands it to you. It's spring water. It'll make it so that you don't feel horrible, but you won't have your faculties about you as much.
I will turn to Naya. Naya, do I need to, like, in message, Naya, do I need to be coherent for the next, how long would you say?
With that, 12 hours, I can make it longer.
Do we have anything going until tomorrow?
Well, I certainly hope not, but you're very fearsome no matter what. So.
And then I will drink the spring water and then, like, kind of turn to Silver and be like, I just killed my dad.
Oh, sweetie. Pulls another bottle and pours like an actual shot of this. And you need to feel something, but this shouldn't make you feel too much.
And then I put my dad's bottle on the table, just kind of like clink it. Swirling red madness.
She eyes it and she's like, what?
Dad.
Oh.
He's technically immortal, but he's basically dead.
Was it? So who did you?
Me and Shinazi, it's complicated. I yell.
Gives herself a shot, clinks it on the bottle as well, and then
Who
Who did you have for
What
him?
is
Was it a
Silvery
gnome?
Yeah,
She's
dwarf
a
female.
Dwarf.
Okay, so she's another wolf.
sorry, no,
She gets
she's
it.
a moon elf.
Yeah.
Okay, but she kind of gets it. Feywild stuff.
Yeah.
I can just imagine though that dwarf like sitting there is like, tell me about it.
You had to kill your father. I had to kill my mother and my father.
Well, my dad
And my
killed my
brother.
mother, so I didn't get a chance to get to her. So.
And slams him
Also, who the fuck are you? I'm getting drunk.
I'm a fucking dwarf.
Well, fuck you. I'm a fucking Urchinasi. Got fucking rosemary growing out of my ass crack.
Okay.
And now everyone in the room suddenly understands why he will never cook with rosemary, even if asked to.
She takes her tankard, clinks it on your dad's bottle, and then chugs her drink.
Hero will approach the bar, like kind of stepping to the other side of all of this happening as it's getting louder. Do you have a dagger for Clary?
I'm sorry?
Oh, do you have a dagger for Clary?
Let me roll a d20.
Okay.
It's a wine. I was looking through D&D options.
I thought you were asking for a dagger for clarity. It's like, what?
I know Daggerford, but then I was like, what?
And I approached without like anything, but I feel like I've been sitting in there with her for a while, so we would have done our introduction, like, good to see you, blah, blah, blah. That was a 7.
She does.
Excellent. Can I get 3 glasses of that, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
And she will pour you 3 glasses.
Or if you want, you can just put the bottle on the tab, because I'm sure, I mean...
She will grab Coulter. What is it, Clary?
it's a wine.
So, does it need to be cold or not?
In this time period? I don't know. It would be. I'm assuming that it's like a claret, so it'd be a red. So
Then yeah, room temp.
yeah.
Okay. She will grab the bottle and she will set it on the corner so it's like there for you to take if you want to, but
I will. I'll grab one in each hand and mage hand the third and bring them back to Naya and Ilmar and hand you each a glass.
Thank you, darling.
And I'll lean down to Trump Good and say, I didn't think you'd like this one, but if you let me know what you do want in Draconic, I'll grab you whatever. Water?
Do you have alkaline? I don't know. Do you have like super acidic water?
We can ask.
Or
Lemon water.
oh, is lemon water available?
I'll look over to see if Silvery's talking to a patron or not, and if she's not, I'll message her. Our Drake
No,
friend,
lemonade.
our Drake friend's interested in lemonade. Is that an option?
she will kind of just look at you and like give you a little nod, and then she will bring a bowl out, and not on the floor, but like on a footstool, so he's not on the floor. She will set down a bowl of lemonade with lemon slices on, like floating on it.
Looks at the fruit slices and goes, what is?
Lemons.
In my lemonade?
Yes.
Why?
It makes it more acidic.
He kind of like gently picks out all the lemons.
But then when he tastes them, like he's like, wait,
No, he
No.
like just his teeth, just like so he doesn't taste any of it, just moving them out, or maybe even just his little claws and just like.
Silvery will see that and she'll, roasting them makes them sweeter if that helps.
How would I roast them?
You would.
Yes, I am a green drake.
Acid.
Have I experienced racism?
Could you not burn them with acid?
Seems pointless. He just kind of goes to drinking his lemonade.
There's also a fire over there.
Burnt food tastes bad.
Fair enough.
We're working on his palate.
Drakes are obligate carnivores.
You would
Like,
think
he would
working
look
in-
at fruit and just be like, "Bleh."
You would think living in a kitchen for the last 9 months while his papa neglected him would
right.
have picked up a better palate.
No.
All right.
If living with Benlin for 2 years didn't improve it, I don't think anything else will.
Valid.
It's because he hasn't tried rosemary yet.
Yeah.
Never will.
Hopefully. No one wants my ass cat grows rosemary.
You could grow it separate.
I don't get to choose.
No, you just like buy rosemary.
Then it would smell like his ass all day.
Are you doing anything or just hanging out?
I'm just like trying to facilitate conversation, kind of linking everybody up to the general people that I don't know, that I brought. And if there were any other patrons that perhaps I might hit on, then maybe I hit on them. And then, yeah, but.
There's always Silvery.
Oh, you're right.
There is.
So
There's also Beltran as well.
Okay.
I want these attractiveness rolls.
Oh, okay. What do you think I should roll for that?
We're gonna do straight T20.
Aw, really? I can't add anything? Like my insight or like some sort of, because
Wait,
I
what
know
are you
them
rolling?
all. We're trying to figure out if I set you up with
You can
good.
do insight.
Shouldn't it just be D10s? Like 1 to 10?
We're gonna do D20.
Okay, but I can add insight.
Oh, you're rolling for us.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's see
okay.
if she matched
Oh, well.
you. Well,
Okay, so how much do you like the dwarf at the end of the night? Okay, that's gonna be 13. Sort of.
Drinking buddies.
And then
Drinking buddies.
Kirill likes the half elf. Ooh, that was a D20 plus 5, so 25.
Woo!
Uh-oh, so maybe Ilmar is fucked. Or again, we've got sharing is caring. Maybe that's what the D20 means. You have a
so I'm
threesome.
letting you set the DC yourself.
Yeah, you guys.
Ooh.
You
Okay,
Tell me.
okay.
You tell me. And then, okay, so the orc for you, 18.
Uh-huh.
And then, let's see. There's two ladies for you, so we'll do the first. I'm gonna say they're Mia and Pia, even though they're friends. Okay, so that's 24 for Mia and 19 for Pia. Pretty close.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you
Don't
for letting me
you
have
have
my
a thing
insight.
going with Strasimir?
It makes sense.
Don't you have a thing going with Strasimir back at Candlekeep?
If he's there, I mean, yeah, we're talking.
I thought we had decided that
I don't know.
he was at Candlekeep, but
How do
Strasimir.
you know that's working out, or how do you know just not allowed to look around?
why am I asking?
No, if anything, so in my head, like, you were talking about the orc, and he, remind me again, he was like studious and talking about different cultures and stuff.
Oh yeah, so he
right?
was banished from his family, so now he's living a nomadic life, just traveling here and there,
Right.
to learn about new cultures.
And so I would have picked up and like, oh my gosh, you need to meet these Tabaxi ladies.
oh my
Because they're
god,
from different, like, I'm like so like scholarly. It's like, yeah, he's really great, and he's learning a bunch of things. And oh my gosh,
And
the culture. And they were just freed from slavery. It was fantastic. We should have seen them. And so that's where she
as
went.
this is happening, I'm like looking at you like this, like, oh no.
In my brain, the 24 was like too good. So Paige sees Mia as like the perfect like friend, like sisterly almost or
Aw.
something. So he's probably like, yeah, this is Mia from back. And then, but Pia was like perfect, like right almost at a 20, where he's like, wow.
So Mia hooks up with the half orc.
Good for her.
Pia and Paige.
I was gonna say it would have been a 15 for Kirill to find the professor attractive, and then like a 20 to break him away from what was happening with Ilmar.
Okay.
So I think that if it works for you guys, what would have happened was that bottle in the corner, seeing, cups go down, he mage hands over to just grab it to bring it over, and the professor comments on his choice, and that turns into like a half-hour conversation on wines of the Sword Coast and entertaining and the proper way to, yes. So
At some point, Paige and Pia, while they're talking, are unknowingly making biscuits on the ground.
And then Benlin ends up kind of leaving a little melancholy because his first love was a dwarf, and this dwarf is, like talking about her lost love, and his first love was a dwarf turned into a dragonborn, and he's just kind of like, he just kind of turns to her, I'm gonna turn in. He just kind of like turns in.
So as you're about to leave the bar,
I'll get him one of these.
a dragonborn and Bo walk in. Bo does not look like he wants to be there.
I don't know.
Bo! A few glasses in now.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You're out here. Oh,
Oh,
Do you remember Ilmar?
I do. It's good to see you again, Omar. It's still scheduled for that massage tomorrow, right?
Who's your friend?
This is,
Whoa.
hello, my name is Claudia Kath Calorin.
I'm so sorry. Could you say that again?
He is a very chipper, averagely sized dragonborn with blue skin, yellow eyes. And he will say his name again as Cleocath Calorin. But everyone calls me Cal or Babbler.
I'm gonna go with Cal.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to play
What are
a
you-
move. I'm trying to get to my room.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And I will just kind of pat Bo as I walk past.
He gives you a look of like, oh God. Why?
Then I will message him. Sorry, buddy.
So
It's okay.
Kirill hasn't gotten to like host a party in forever, but is very much in his personality type. Can I assist Silvery in like bringing drinks to people and things like that along
Sure.
the way? So I think when Bo and Cal come in, then I'll be like, "Can I get you something to drink? Let me do like we have some snacks and things."
Oh, yes. And then Bo kind of gets on and said, no, I
Oh.
wanted to say hi, but we need to go to bed. Because I'm really tired. And I just
tired. What have you been doing at a spa all day that makes you tired?
It's barely Cindy. Don't. It's barely dark.
Ben just went
Bo, you don't need to answer that.
he'll kind of look a little dejected, but then they'll
I just realized Bo has no idea that Ben just killed his 10.
Paige is gonna be like, "You weren't working out on vacation, were you?
Cindy, why don't you help me grab the drinks?
Okay.
Can we have
And
two
then-
more mint mojitos over here?"
You give me a tray and it starts clinking. And oh,
So horizontal aerobics tend to make people very drowsy.
horizontal. Oh. And then I look at Bo.
And
Oh.
and I will. Why don't you take those
out
over
of
to
here.
Paige? And I'll use my mage hand to like help steady the tray underneath as she carries it.
Bo looks at Carol like, I
Carol just
I like how I'm.
am never coming here again.
I'm gonna message Bo and it's like, you want to bring up the hand job one more fucking time?
I don't know if Bo ever did.
I know Kirill's a little bit drunk and too many people have brought it up.
I didn't. I'm sorry.
At,
Omar's a really nice guy.
Sorry.
at this point, Paige is sitting next to Pia and being like, "Okay, so Benlin just left. He's a little bit grouchy all the time, always.
Also, Chomka would still be at the party.
Oh, okay.
And that's Paige.
This lemonade.
Lemonade.
I don't know why I always get you two mixed up.
Kirill is a lovely storyteller, and is, I'd just be like narrating to Pia everything that's happening.
So are you semi-ignoring Omar at this point?
No, I've been trying to keep him involved in the conversation, and like, I think that Kirill's having
Make
a
it
little
a
bit of a
group
hard time of not making no Harper comments. So like, he has moments where he'll turn and be like, but about the
If
having to
Ilmar
change
ever
courses a
sits,
lot.
Chomka immediately tries to like half sit in his lap.
I'll let you.
Kirill will approach Bo a little bit later and be like, I'm so sorry. I just realized you weren't with us on this trip. They've been making so many comments about coming here, and I just saw you, and you're
Coming
part of the
here.
thing, you're part of the family, you're part of the team, and I am so sorry. Do you want anything?
I want to go to bed.
Let me get you a spring water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did Bo just say he wants to go get laid?
No, let's go to bed.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Is no one going to grill the hell out of this dragonborn? Come on, this is the secret boyfriend we've been hearing about for years.
Can I establish a mental connection with him?
Sure.
That might be disconcerting.
I did bring back the drink for the Dragonborn as well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna establish it. And go, Hi, Babbler.
Who's this?
Does he say that out loud?
Yeah, probably.
So, how long have you known our friend Bo?
Who is this? Why,
Is Paige doing
this,
that thing again?
Is this what you've been taught? Okay.
You don't have to
That
respond
one,
out
right?
loud.
Oh, thank you.
You really don't.
So mentally, well, sorry. What was your question again?
How do you know Bo?
We met in Silvermoon.
Okay. Are you two good friends?
I believe we are.
Lovely. I'm glad Bo has someone to lean on.
Hero's gonna lean against, like, kind of like shoulder to Paige and just whisper, ask him how many beds are in their room.
And then Carol wants to know how many beds are in
I
it.
think Carol wants to know.
It's just the one.
Okay, neat. Anyways, nice to meet you.
You as well.
He says just one bed.
And then from where then from where I am, if I moved up to the bar, I went to go help with snacks and whatnot, I will message Cal and be like, what was he asking?
You're
Oh my god. He was just asking if Bo and I were good friends or not.
Oh, good. I'm sure you are. Because Bo always really likes to hang out with his good friends.
Dude, I definitely want to have message cantrip at a party now. This sounds so nice. Having a full on, like, you're listening to a boring story and talking with somebody across the room.
The connection with Paige is there for 4 hours if he ever needs it.
Okay.
As Hero goes around and like gets another tray to bring people refills.
Well, have fun with all your gymnastics. Okay, bye.
What?
Messages Cal. I'm so sorry. We tend to be a little overbearing with new people.
Do you people do this all the time? This is exhausting.
We're just so excited for Bo to have found a special friend.
Paige is leading over to Pia. I think that everyone else is talking to him in his head.
That's like all of us are making faces in our like responses to doing it.
Well, it certainly is next for him. It seems like he's talked about you have one as well. Is that Omar?
No response.
Out loud.
She has very good massages.
Out loud, Paige goes.
Doubly no response.
Out loud, Paige goes. Sorry, we all just really love Bo.
Oh, me too.
Chumpgood approaches the Dragonborn, puffs himself up, and goes, "We wrestle for dominance now."
Okay.
There's
And
wrestling
he'll
going
like
on.
get down on the ground, like on all fours, and just kind of look at him.
And then they hiss in Draconic at each
I'm
other.
going to start moving these chairs and tables out of the way to give them a space.
I'll help.
Does he wrestle with Chump?
If Chump could
Does
go for it,
security
he'll do it.
stop this?
Who's security?
I don't know.
Ultron the dwarf is half drunk, and he's totally down for it.
Cool, okay,
Oh no,
cool.
he lets you win.
Oh, okay. And so
He acts like he's not going to, but he lets him.
he kind
Aw,
of stands on the Dragonborn and goes like, "I am dominant."
He's so powerful.
Leaning over to like the professor sitting there, just like legs crossed, goblet in hand. I really have enjoyed watching his advancement. It's amazing the things he's learned and the things that instinct still controls.
Which one are you talking about?
And then Chumpgood looks at him sternly and goes, "Usually I would rip out your throat, but you are with the turtle, and I like the turtle." And he will
Wait, that
like,
was the doctor.
Oh, I was talking to the professor, and I think Chomgood was talking to Cal.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed.
We're jumping between too many
No,
people.
you're fine. Well, thank you for not ripping my throat out. I very much like to be able to talk.
but please know that I am your help.
I bow to a much higher power.
Please.
Even though I have not killed you.
Then Cindy will go to where she sees the half-orc and Mia talking, and it's like, I've had such a lovely time. You need to send me your notes, because I would love to compare notes. I'm going to go to bed. I will see you later. And she's going off to bed.
Drink water!
Water.
And she does like a little presentation where she like flicks water. It's like water.
Yep.
All right.
Naya's machinations to get the party laid foiled again.
Cindy had the time of her life. I don't know what you're doing.
I would say I got 2 out of the 4.
Well, I mean, mine was never going to end.
That's true, yeah. I mean, if you'd gotten to be friends, I would have called that one a win, but...
I mean, does anyone want to give me a perception roll?
Sure.
As I'm walking out.
Like,
Who's there?
yeah, I'm in there, so...
Did you cast Detect Good Evil on the newcomers earlier?
Natural one.
Oh,
She's
they're
drunk off
good.
her ass.
Like, there's nothing weird.
That
They're
makes
just not
sense.
otherworldly creatures.
22.
Beltran was half drunk when he checked you in, so he didn't remember that there were people here.
24.
24?
I mean, my passive's a 16, but I got a natural one.
You got a natural one,
She's
okay.
just drunk off her ass.
That's
fine.
That makes sense. 22.
22. You both, out of the corner of your eye, notice Paige and Pia slip out the door.
I hope our faces snap at each other. Like,
Out which door, though? That's the
Yeah.
question.
Ooh, which
Like towards the
door?
rooms?
Towards
Yeah.
the dressing rooms.
No.
That-
Or out the back door?
Out the door to go explore or something.
Okay.
Towards the hot
Go.
spring.
oh.
So like this double door here to go outside?
My face snaps at you, I think.
I do like that Kirill and Naya's relationship is very like across the room, like
We don't need message.
Essence. Anyone else doing anything else?
Chomgood is glued to his subordinate for the rest of the night.
Okay.
Important.
Okay.
I'm trying to gauge between the two of them which one is like worth pursuing, because obviously I have a very particular lifestyle, and it seems that one of them is very adventurous and one of them is maybe more settled, and like which of them is going to be okay with me being gone all the time, because he's just kind of fantasizing about this future that's not at all set.
Okay.
It just might be the filthy polyamorous in the room, but why settle?
Because not all of us are polyamorous.
Such a
Hero might not even have time for one, let alone two.
That's kind of, I feel like, what he's canceling out in his mind, like, but if I'm with, Elmar, we're never going to see each other. We're always going to be in different places. But if I'm with Zelda, he's going to resent me because I'm always gone. Like,
counterpoint. Ilmar is a Harper, and you want to join the Harpers.
I do. Well, I'm definitely staying friendly with both of them either way, assessing whether either of them are relationship potential.
I mean, Elmar does work at a place that is close to a teleportation circle that you know.
True.
Well, but where's the professor work? I mean,
And how long is Elmar going to work here?
It's true. I don't know. He's a Harper.
Because if the professor works in like a major
Waterdeep.
city, yeah, they all have teleportation circles too.
It's true.
Might be weakening in Waterdeep.
Anything else?
Good night was had by all.
Yep.
I'll leave the professor with my teleportation circle number.
Okay.
For Candlekeep?
You can find me here. Make sure you bring a book.
And then with Ilmar, I'll kind of like as things are winding down to say, well, this was an interesting start to a mission, but I would greatly appreciate getting to discuss more of what you need of us tomorrow.
Oh, yes. I hope everyone is up for a challenge.
I think that challenge is in the books. And I will just like run a hand over his shoulder before I go to mine and Paige's shared room.
He'll give you like a little smirk and then turn around and talk to someone else.
I'm leaving him and the professor together, and they're gonna end up getting together. And Kirill set it up because he was trying to like engage both of them all night, and
Fair enough.
You guys are hopeless. H is the only one.
those are not real things. That is what Kirill thinks as he lays down.
All right, so
Chocolate is going to insist that he sleeps in both.
that's fine. They have
Bo really wanted to sleep.
large one, so there's enough room there. So,
Oh, they have like.
They've got lots of
The-
rooms. We're good.
Yeah, is Ilmar still in his special
Yeah.
suite over here?
is he gonna get a midnight visitor?
No, I will just like slide a note under the door for whenever he goes to bed that says like it was lovely seeing you.
So everyone heads.
You may write a reply to this message.
It was lovely seeing you, business or otherwise.
So we just had our lovely mixer party, where some people went to bed alone. Some people maybe didn't go to bed.
Most of us went to bed happy.
Yes.
That's a good point.
I would
Way
even
to
say, oh no, yeah, not all though, sadly. No.
So the next morning, what's everyone doing?
Finland is immediately panicked that Chompgood is not in bed
I'm up bright and early in
and
the
goes
lounge.
looking for him.
He when you wake up and open the door, he's sitting outside the door.
Oh, Papa.
Oh, where did you go?
I spent the evening with Bo.
Did they go?
Yes.
They even moved cuddled.
Much good.
Ew.
I immediately message Naya. They definitely cuddled.
This is excellent. Excellent news.
Make a perception check for Chonka.
Okay. I have to look up Chompgood's stats. Hang on.
I know, right?
And there's no page in Kirill's room.
No.
They slept out among the stars.
It's romantic. I'm in the lounge bright and early,
19.
having breakfast.
Chonka saw a bunch of papers scattered about on the desk in the room, but he wasn't able to.
He can only understand and read Draconic, so.
So Naya is in the salon. Ilmar is there as well.
When Kirill wakes up in the room alone, messages Naya,
Oh,
Paige didn't come to bed last night. I think he's still with the mother of our future godchildren.
well, let him have his own timeline. He's still young. I'm very happy for them both.
Is there a note by the door?
Is there?
I think he's looking for
Over his
I'm sorry.
If there was a reply, there doesn't have to be. I was just curious.
Yeah, there's a note underneath the door, or that got pushed through underneath the door in flowing script, that says it was wonderful to spend time with you last night. Our paths cross again.
Classy.
Kirill will get dressed and go to the salon and slide the note across the table.
Classy.
As he's sitting across the room from us.
Conspicuously, there's no name.
Oh shit. Which one? To get their handwriting. Okay. Oh my god, now we have to get their handwriting.
I will have said good morning to him as like going to get orange juice and sit down.
He nods at you. Good morning. I hope all of you slept well.
Of course. Yes.
Peacefully
Beautiful.
Is there a gym?
Yes, if you remember in this area over here, to your left of the entryway,
Oh.
there was a gym there with some weights and a weight bench, and Ben then going in there.
Yeah.
As Ben then enters, he notices that there is a woman in there. who was not at the party last night. And she kind of gives you a look and Madeline, right?
Oh, yes.
We met last time you were here. She's a female gold dragon, or dragonborn.
She was like security last time we were here, or remind me, it was a long time ago.
She's sort of the
History.
in disguise.
She introduced herself as Gorba Derdendrian.
Dendrian. Gorba.
We wish I had some bardic inspiration, but 3. Yeah.
Last time you were here, you defeated the hags. I had struck a bargain with them and was trapped here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It was long ago.
it's
We've
fine.
been on many adventures
I
since.
didn't know you were mighty adventurers.
Need a spot?
Sure. He goes and puts way more weight on
Bench press?
than you think is possible for anyone.
I don't judge. Benlin's not.
I'm not judging you.
but
Just maybe impressed.
And she will let you spot her. And it looks like this room is very well taken care of, and there's lots of exercise.
Chomgood is going to challenge her to a wrestle for dominance, but
She will kind of laugh a little bit, and then she will turn him down. It would be beyond offensive for me to challenge one such as yourself. I could never defeat one such as you.
as long as it is understood that I am the mightiest dragon.
She will bow deeply to him.
Aw.
Expect tribute on the morn. See, he's kind of like, I would get coins.
I thought he would want like meats.
Well, we give him a lot of chocolate coins for like special occasions that he
Oh, okay.
hoards. Just because I don't want him getting a hoard,
Right.
because it goes to their heads. But
Cindy.
Cindy takes a while to wake up, so it's not until a little later on in the morning that she comes out and a little bleary-eyed, maybe a little hungover. Seeing the orange juice goes for that, and then
You should try the spring water.
Could you whisper, please?
I'll just message it.
How
You
does
should
that
try.
How does that feel with a hangover?
You should try the spring water.
What's a whisper in your ear? So
it's very soft. And I'll say it out loud because I'm just like, So
I'll-
she's a little hungover.
I'll go get it for her
okay.
and bring back some coffees as well.
This is not what she's used to. So this is once in a blue moon getting drunk and partying.
Silvery takes a look and she pours some coffee, and then she pours another cup and puts a couple drops of something in it. She's like,
Thank you. And Kirill like takes a swig and then brings it over and sets it down.
you feared head clears a little bit.
I say I've learned to hide it well, but it's still a little hungover.
Benlin just went for a good workout. He's gonna get over his.
I massage your temples a little bit with cool hands and kind of like say into your ear, so how did last night go for you?
It was really fun. I met the half-orc and I talked with the tabaxi, and then the half-orc talked to the tabaxi, and I learned a lot, and I think I'm gonna get notes.
That half-orc was a handsome fellow.
Yeah.
As she drinks her hair at the dog or whatever it might be.
Right, darling. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. I wonder where our Paige is.
I wonder what he and Drasimir would look like standing side by side.
I think Paige is with Pia.
Wonderful.
Right about then, Paige would bust in, like carrying empty plates and a few empty cups. Oh, hey, everybody. And slide them all
Not
over
so
the bar.
loud.
How was your breakfast?
Delicious, thank you. It's great scenery outside. The top of the temples are a little bit dusty, but we cleaned it for you. It's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The scenery is beautiful.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Paige, was your tail always that color? Looks a little duller.
Puffs around.
The room was very quiet last night.
Yeah, it was really peaceful outside. Yeah, I camped out outside.
If Sebastian's are anything like real cats, we all heard what happened last night.
Was it lonely?
We climbed up.
And a little off to the side. I mean,
Yeah.
So,
Not lonely out there?
No,
Where is Pia now?
I don't know.
left her on
Did
the
you
room.
wake up
She's
together?
not
Yeah,
there.
breakfast.
Okay.
You did hear snoring coming from some of the other rooms. So
There you go.
I will come in smelling of petrichor from my workout, wearing a pair of just like puffy harem pants with like one of those like wide cloth belts.
Carol definitely watches that a little bit too long, like catching himself.
I will get a water and then I will crush some mint from my chest.
I'm imagining the movie moment of like eyes watching it walking in and then catching sight of Illimar and then using that as an excuse to like stand up and walk around the table here. I'll say to you as a rest, oh, there's coffee ready.
Plus, I haven't eaten yet, and after you work out, nothing but coffee in the stomach.
Whatever this is
Gravel.
amazing.
I turn to you and I go, did I strike out again, darling?
Was I supposed to sleep with that woman?
But I don't know, have a connection with someone.
She just made me sad, honestly.
Okay, well.
Wait,
if
did you
nobody
invite all of those
suggestions-
people?
Of course.
Thank you, Naya. It was great
You're welcome,
company.
darling. I mean, this is the ideal outcome, of course, but I'm gonna get it
Camping
one of these days.
outside.
Silvery will catch your eye and she'll grab the bottle from last night and just she'll put it back.
I'm gonna walk up to Illimar as this is all happening and like grab the seat next and say, so, ready to talk business?
Yes. Are your companions ready to?
I just ordered the farmer's breakfast, so
Nice.
the table is my breakfast now.
We have a seat available if you'd like to join us.
Sure.
We'll bring him back to the group.
I'll make that weird. Make room.
It wasn't just camping. We were embracing traditions.
Well, I mean, I thought I was gonna get some notes from Mia about that too, but insert Orc's name here. That he would also send me notes, and that they would compare notes, and then I would get the notes.
Ziggy, Naya wanted you to fuck the orc.
I mean, I was just aiming for some intimate touching, really. But, you know, whatever you feel like, darling.
That was the end goal.
I want to work at your own timeline.
It's early for Benlin to be tactful.
Yeah, I
just didn't
should
want
be
her
used
to
this.
struggle the rest of the trip saying things that were just this side of hilarious, okay? I just wanted her to know what the intention was, so now you know, so you don't have to say super funny things.
Oh,
This is a tough day for her. First hangover, too.
Are you hungover?
is that what this is?
I will cast Lesser Restoration on her. I will just touch her forehead and Lesser Restoration.
Isn't that what her drink
That
was
with the
doing?
drink has been fantastic. Oh,
She finished the whole one.
I
I
was
think
about
that's-
halfway through.
I think that's why Benlin doesn't have a hangover, because he's a fucking cleric.
Feeling 100% now. Good too. Okay.
Seeing that, I'm going to take and finish
Yep.
water.
Go for it.
So
Who are we missing? Paige.
Okay, so as you guys are there, Fenlin is chowing down, sharing drinks, all that.
Kirill picking at the food because it's all over.
Where's Bo? I thought he's part of the business?
Bo and his
business?
bow took off really early this morning after cuddling all night long.
Oh,
It was on vacation.
okay.
According to my little draconic boy, he is. I'll throw some ham to him.
Ilmar will thank you guys for coming, and he'll give all of you kind of a background on the Harper organization.
Hang on.
Very cool.
What is happening? I thought we were on vacation.
Well, sometimes we have to do a little light work. He did Riley did help transport us to you to help you.
I assumed you had a contract with her.
We didn't sign anything, right?
I was in
Well,
the
you know, a
Anorak.
verbal.
She agreed to transport us in exchange for the work.
Yes, a verbal contract.
Sorry, Zane, didn't mean to.
No, that was exactly what I was going to say.
Are you not able to fulfill?
And if that's the case, I owe her. So without my companions, I would have made a grave mistake. So.
You would have perished.
This will more than
That's great.
suffice for whatever gift she bestowed upon you. This
What does she need?
so I'll ask if you guys are all familiar with Harper's, or if you have questions about it.
Should I roll? I don't.
I'll just tell you guys. So it's an organization of spellcasters and spies who covertly oppose any abuse of power, magical or otherwise. Generally working alone or in small cells, they gather information throughout Faerun, analyze the political dynamics in each reign or realm, and use what they uncover to help the weak, poor, and the oppressed from behind the scenes. They generally only act openly as like a last resort thing. So they're pretty secretive, but they're pretty well connected. He will pull out a small, medium-ish tome, and he will kind of scoot your plate to the side, or your plates to the side a little bit, and place it on the table. In front of you is a book bound in green leather with leaves and vines carefully burned into the corners of the front and back cover.
What type of chairs are we sitting in?
Like poofy armchairs.
Okay. Paige is gonna lay back over it and start leaning back and go, "Oh, I know what's about to happen. I hate this part."
I'm sorry, do you not like books?
Not anymore. No, I don't.
Well, I mean, we work at Candlekeep, or live at Candlekeep, so we're around books all the time. Sometimes the books, we get sucked into the books.
Oh, is this a suck into the book situation?
I don't know if we're going into a book.
A book sent me to a grave one time, and then I fell into the grave and popped out in another realm.
What Ilmar said last night was that this was a matter of protecting the book.
Don't forget that book that tried to eat you.
Necessarily, kind
Oh, my
of.
cheese.
All right.
It's more the
Is it going to talk to us? The last book that I gave you guys talked to you.
Oh, I hope it doesn't give us a rhyme.
Don't even
no
bring up
rhyme in
Shimshine.
there.
And Shimshime, that we were trapped in a cellar.
I'm sorry. Tell us about the book.
To be fair, a book is what brought us here the first time, Ilmar. We would have never met you if it wasn't for that book.
Okay, so maybe one book was good as I go and grab a whole sausage link.
But that is one of the books we did get sucked into.
So what is
So
this book?
it's a green book, vines and leaves burned into the corners on the front and back cover, embossed in gold across the top of the book. It says "The Curious Tale of Wisteria Vale."
Is it safe to open?
Yeah, yes, of course. And if everyone would like to give me a history check.
Would.
Can I get a pick, maybe, of the bookie?
Oh,
That's a nat 20 on this history roll. 21.
Paige has been paying attention to
11.
the history of it as he's like. I'm so sorry.
Cute.
The description.
It looks like a little fairy
I
tale.
like it. 16.
okay.
That is a 24 for me.
Okay. So everyone that rolled higher than a 13, you recognize that this is a book. Actually, it's a play that is a fictionalized retelling of a man named Errant Quill's rise and fall, which parallels with some pretty real events that happened, including the appearance of a Harper wizard named Rylia.
Okay.
Oh, Errant Quill.
Mhm.
Oh.
You guys mentioned Aurelia, didn't you?
She was the one that hired you. Are you sure that you will be okay to go on this
When all of this
expedition?
happened, I was in the Anarok Desert.
Whatever will you do? We should
I
talk.
put the
later.
bottle on the table. I was trapping my immortal father in a bottle for all of his past decades and centuries of crimes so that I could have the emotional closure and stop hating Jeeps.
Now we get the explanation.
Man,
Absolutely not.
noted.
And I put it back into my big puffy pockets.
Wanting to grab it and shake it and be like, to be honest, it kind of deserved it.
You also know, since you destroyed that check, you know that Wisteria Vale is the name of a village that's on the river Kianthar, which is just east of Baldur's Gate. But the village was destroyed decades ago.
Thank you, Dranoa. I don't know how to say your name for the follow, and welcome to the stream.
Yeah,
First time chatter.
still looking at the wrong camera. Get there someday.
I did that
like
as
a
well.
giant sign that's like
Look here.
DM here. Do one of you pick it up?
Yeah, I mean,
will,
I think,
yeah.
yeah, I've been like thumbing it with
Okay.
Cindy.
So it's very, very luxurious. It's bound in supple leather, those padded books.
Yeah.
It opens extremely well. The pages are the highest quality, thick cream colored parchment.
Does it have like the gold edging on the?
No, because I have PTSD over that. So
Never mind.
but I thought about it. School.
Yeah. Never mind.
As you open it and kind of thumb through it, it emits a faint scent of flowers and grass and pine needles. And the writing inside is very neat, steady, well spaced out, and very practiced calligraphic script.
It's handwritten.
Is the handwriting recognizable? Do we know, or does it seem like?
It's a generic.
Okay.
Like it's calligraphy, but it's like a generic. It's not like a script that is notable or anything.
Got it.
All right, but what do we need to do with the book?
I see it's fantastic historical fiction, but
It's handwritten. That means it's
Very
cursed.
beautiful.
Only 20% of the handwritten books have been cursed.
So as you are kind of thumbing through it, you notice it's broken out into 3 acts. And as you're continuing kind of perusing it, Ilmar pulls a cloth wrapped object out of his pocket, lays it on the table, opens it up, and inside is a dagger carved from a single piece of amethyst with leather wrapped around the hilt and minuscule runes emblazoned on the flat of the blade. As the firelight hits the dagger, the blade appears to pulse with an inner radiance.
Can I read what the runes say?
Yes, give me Arcana or History check.
Okay.
Paige has one of his mind daggers. He's like,
Nope.
I'm like, where is? There we go. I'm gonna try this one. Dirty 20, Arcana.
30-20, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Were you rolling as well, Carol?
Yes.
Can I roll for disdain?
Arcana or history.
That is the same for me, so it's gonna be 19 as well.
You feel like the dagger is out to get
At this point, standing behind Cindy.
You know that the runes are magical and that they are some kind of spell.
Okay.
Most likely multiple spells layered upon each other,
Mm-hmm.
but they're far beyond anything you studied. To be able to comprehend.
Sure. This is very interesting. I don't understand these runes.
I think it'd be
These are
very.
old.
I think it'd be very interesting wrapped up and away from here.
The runes themselves, the magic, yes, is old, but the dagger itself is fairly new.
It's very contradictory. What connection does the dagger have with the book?
I assume by your faces you are somewhat familiar with Errant Quill's story? No? Well,
Yeah.
I got a 7 on my history check.
19.
Is that a tabaxi? It sounds like a tabaxi name.
Human, I believe.
so he will go on to tell you basically a rundown of the book itself. In the first act, the protagonist, Vargan, lives out a peaceful childhood in the village of Wisteria Vale. Vargan is a boy with a penchant for storytelling and a knack for magic. When he's on the cusp of adulthood, a cruel lord named Ephraim Rathmore visits his village, demanding food, drink, and a place for him and his retinue to stay. When the hospitality isn't to his liking, he burns down the village. Lord Rathmore leaves Vargan alive as a witness to his village's punishment, but not before slashing him across the face with a crystal dagger. The event changes Vargan forever, and he vows to bring down the pitiless lord and prevent him from hurting anyone ever again. In the second act, Vargan manages to track down Lord Rathmore. Unsure of how to proceed, he starts asking around the city for information. A wizard approaches him and asks him if he needs help, and eventually invites him to join a secret organization, thus becoming a member of the Harpers. With the aid of information from the Harpers, he sneaks into Lord Rathmore's manor during a banquet disguised as a performer and dispatches Rathmore once and for all. But although his quest for revenge has been fulfilled, Vargan is obsessed with the fact that many other corrupt and evil people exist across the land, and that only people like him and the Harpers can stop them. In the third act, Vargan becomes more powerful, using his talents in magic and espionage to single-handedly take down corrupt kings and mages. Although he becomes a legend among and outside the Harpers, Vargan stays humble, believing that it is his duty to protect others. At the climax of the play, Vargan battles an archmage who is turned evil by an ancient crystal dagger touched by the evil god Cyric. Though Vargan defeats the archmage, prolonged contact with the crystal corrupts the bard, convincing him that his former allies are too powerful and must be eliminated. The Harpers devise a solution to prevent Vargan from hurting anyone while they develop a cure by banishing him to a demi-plane. The play ends with a short monologue by the Harper wizard who befriended Vargan, saying that although his ultimate fate is still unknown, the day will come when light will banish darkness.
So where does Riley come in?
Can I make a religion check about Cyric?
You want us to go into the demi-plane.
I want you to go on the demi.
17.
Are you trying to remember specific information about him?
Generalities about Cyric.
He is a god of lies, trickery, and strife.
Did he die during the time of troubles or anything like that, or is he still active?
He's the one that murdered Maestra and actually caused the spell plague.
Yeah,
So he's a big bad.
but is he still around?
Yes.
Who? This dagger So this dagger was blessed by Cyric?
So, Ilmar, after telling you guys all this stuff, we want Vargan, Errant Quill, back. We have always hoped to cure him, but have never been able to. And placed him in a demi-plane so that he would not hurt anyone else. We now have found a cure for him in the form of this dagger. It's imbued with healing magic, cleansing magic, purging magic that can bring him back to what he was before.
So this is not the Cyric dagger.
The Cyric dagger has been lost. It's
Well, it should be found.
This is not, the dagger's not made of crystal.
this one?
Yeah.
It's amethyst.
Is amethyst not a... Am I crazy? I thought amethyst was a crystal. So it's not the same one from the story.
No.
Okay.
But he goes on to explain that it's a different dagger, but it's symbolic that it's amethyst and crystal because he was marked by a crystal dagger in his childhood. So the connection makes the connection to the magic stronger as far as like a healing cleansing thing.
I'd like to detect magic, the dagger.
Detecting.
Blinding.
But, like, it is as he said, like, it's not...
Healing magic.
It's, yes, I can't remember what healing magic would be.
Necromancy.
It's necromancy, but it's not like bad necromancy. Like there's like binding, healing, cleansing spells. Like it's not, it's nothing that seems out of.
Cure wounds and stuff is evocation.
There's multiple different schools built into a dagger.
Okay, so we're going to go into the demi-plane and interact with Vargan.
And we're supposed to, what, stab him with it?
Yes.
I like gesture to Paige.
I knew this is where we were going. I gotta respect the guy for hunting down the person that, burned down his village.
Mm-hmm.
Should we not touch the dagger?
The dagger will not affect anyone but Quill.
You removed it, like, all covered.
Respect, protect.
No, I'm just making sure. That's
It
what
is
I'm asking.
crystal and it will chip eventually.
You know what? And I'm gonna reach over and just fold it back up. Take it, fold it, and put it away.
From one bard to another, I think that's something that I'd be honored to partake in.
I would warn you that while the demi-plane was secure when we created it, things do function not quite as intended oftentimes, so I would be prepared for hopefully the best, but...
Magic has a mind of its own.
Exactly.
Paige's mouth is agape. Okay, so what's gonna try to kill us in a demi-plane?
I mean,
Hopefully nothing.
Are we gonna have to fight God?
Maybe everything.
I highly doubt that any of the gods have entered.
We're gonna...
I mean...
Benlin, back me here. A god who's gonna try to kill us isn't...
It's a protected demi-plane.
Cyril has entered the chat.
The Harpers themselves created this, our strongest wizard.
We have really bad luck with books.
In my general experience, you should never underestimate a bard. He kind of like smiles at Carol.
Is looking at Paige.
I feel you guys are making me feel like I'm overreacting here.
I don't think so. It's always good to be cautious.
Okay.
I mean, we just fought a wizard up in the mountains surrounded by giant ghosts. We literally did fight a god in that one book,
Yeah.
Lore of LaRue.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
It's been an interesting year.
Sounds that way. So, you will be taking on this task?
How do we even
Oh,
get
I mean,
there?
that was always the case. It's just a matter of whining about it.
I take it you have the entry to the demi.
You have it here?
It needs to go inside the book. So we all like groan.
I told you. Going in the book. I knew it.
The question is which act?
Well,
I'll
I'm
start
assuming
thumbing through
you
again.
don't.
Yeah.
Now that we know we can get sucked in the book.
As you leaf through, the very last line of the very last scene is underlined twice.
Okay.
I am not wearing my armor.
Let's get
And he like stands up, like goes to put on his
Get
armor.
dressed. Yes.
Close the book.
And
The last thing we need is Benlin inside a magic book with his AC 10.
That'd be fun for me. So Ilmar will say, you know, thank you for taking on the task. It's obviously we would like to have him back as soon as possible, but a few hours won't make a difference if you need to prepare.
Just need to get dressed.
I know that Silvery keeps a number of items that you might bargain with her for, and I also myself have some items if, you know, there's anything you feel you might need.
If we're in a rush, can somebody help me with my armor?
Sure.
But so if you, anything in the player's handbook, anything you want to buy there, one of them would have it.
I don't think we've ever bought.
we bought the climber's pack
Say,
and
The axe speaks that we did not use.
No, we used them a little bit.
we used them.
did we ever get
Maybe
We
you.
rode them.
between the?
Me and you did.
Yeah.
mines.
Yeah, did we ever
Yeah.
get paid between the
I
adventures?
would have given you guys money from the mines for those several months. I'll figure that out.
Okay.
It's at this point.
And
Can we
it's
just
check.
wash it and say all that went towards the magic items, and that way I don't feel guilty about giving you guys such expensive things?
Yeah, we
I mean,
could.
you guys are high level. You're like, you can still do that. Like,
It's fine.
I think at least, I mean,
I don't know the page would know to buy anything.
Okay, so as long as
Cindy,
we're like, we have the food that we need. If
Cindy will grab some, just in case, some greater potions of healing.
Oh yeah, let's do some potions.
Do you? Oh yeah, like I'm down for like potions of haste as well to save some soul slots. Do you know what the environment is like in this demi-plane?
we created a village to keep Quill occupied.
Temperate.
Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Thank goodness.
Carol, as you're helping me put on my armor, you're like strapping me in. I'll be like, Carol, it hasn't gone beyond my notice that you seem perturbed.
Well, we're about to enter demi-plane where possibly another bard's going to murder us.
You seemed perturbed before we arrived.
You abandoned me.
Did not intend to. I don't want to go into the situation with bad blood between us.
There is very little you could do beyond murdering another of our family that would cause me to not use the utmost of my efforts to defend and look out for your best interests.
That's comforting.
So don't kill one of them, and we'll be okay.
If it's any consolation, that's exactly what I was trying to avoid by
You're one of them.
You do you want to shake my dad?
What?
As I hold like the bottle.
That might help.
Just make sure you hold the top down. You just hear curses and Darren.
You putting yourself in a level of danger that is that great is paramount to hurting any of the rest of them. So please don't do it again. At least not without me behind you.
I was not in my right mind. I can see that now. I think on some level I intended for you to find me the entire time.
I hoped that was the case.
I have no idea why I left all of my notes so obviously laid out and easy to find when I left, if that was my intention.
Cindy and I did make quick work of that.
But I swear to you now that nothing is on my mind any longer. This group, the young ones, future god babies, did you see Pia?
Calicos for days.
Is all that is on my mind going forward.
Well, good. And I grab like the last two straps and pull them tight in a way that pulls it into a hug.
I'm taller than you, right?
Mhm.
I'll kind of put my head on your head.
Aw.
Did I miss a nice moment?
God, of course I'm gonna cry before we go into a fucking damn plane.
Are you sure you only have 3 potions?
Thank you.
You hear everything talking.
Yes, I think that's all I have.
No, a bit
Okay.
of petrichor.
I'm going back, but I believe we sold the rest last.
Well, I guess 3 will have to do. Who wants one? I'll hold up the tray.
From the bedroom, I'll message Naya. Naya, we're gonna need you in my room for a second.
Okay. Come in. Oh, did I miss?
And then we're like hugging, and we both kind of just go like,
Oh, did I miss a nice moment?
All right. I'm sorry. Were you?
No, focus.
So you guys do some shopping, get your armor on, and Ilmar will leave you to the book.
What is the last line?
We lift up our light to reveal what is hidden and banish the darkness forever.
Paige, you got the dagger?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else ready? I'll put Chomka in his papoose.
I have my bow ready. Readied an arrow if there's something bad on the other side.
We lift up our light to reveal what is hidden and banish the darkness forever.
Amen.
And then I will cast light on my hammer and hold it up to the book.
Nothing happens. As you raise your hammer that you cast light on, something twinkles on that last line.
I look over. Does it say something else?
Give me an investigation check.
Investigate.
May I join in that?
Detect the
Cure will
magic.
help.
Oh,
Well, mine would have been 23, so.
yeah, you got it. I have a +10. I'm still way better.
23.
As Benlin's light shifts a little bit as he's craning his head over, you kind of shoo him away, and the light falls directly on the page. You see in a different script, in purple ink, kind of shimmers in the light, Harper's at Twilight.
Twilight.
Harper's at Twilight.
As you speak the phrase, the book shivers and leaps from the table. The tome flies into the air, pages flipping and snapping and ripping themselves from the binding.
Oh no.
The pages flutter and spin from the book before coalescing themselves into a grand, carved and embellished archway with a shining, glimmering portal hanging within.
Silvery, if we never get it back, burn this book. No.
Emma, whatever.
Personal favor.
Fine.
Onward.
Give us a couple days, though. I don't know how time works in there.
Okay.
Looks like another situation where we can't take the book with us.
The book takes us.
With it.
Up and away.
I'll step through.
Step through.
Step through.
As you step through, you find yourselves transported to Wisteria Vale.
Oh, it's so cute.
As you go to step through, I put a hand on your shoulder and say, Good luck. I'll cast Shield of Faith as I'm expecting us to walk into a combat immediately.
As you step through the portal, you see a small village in front of you. Cobblestone pathways wind their way through buildings. Everything is bright and colorful. Looks very comfortable. The weather is mild and temperate. Maybe a light drizzle off in the distance. The village is surrounded by a thick forest and verdant greenery. The air is filled with the soothing sounds of nature, from birdsong to chirping crickets, the gentle breezes ruffling the leaves at your feet. And that's where we end. Thank you guys for getting us to Wisteria Vale. Great ride. I'm super excited. Thank you guys for sticking with me, and thank you for all of the wonderful roleplay and fun.
I'll be honest. This was nice. Like taking 2 episodes to get some of like our personal crap out of the way, and then get back to getting sucked into a magical book. That was nice.
So thanks for allowing it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for rolling with it. And as always, thank you to our wonderful patrons: Sparky, Dacivid, Daniel, Rio's mom, Alistair, Sean, Rockelman, Deathsgrass, Eric Fox, Meepo, Dreamlover, Duke Relin. Thank you as always, and like, subscribe, hit that button. Find us on Twitch, which hopefully you're watching there, if not YouTube, podcast,
Discord,
that good stuff, Discord. Yes. And you'll join me in our new phrase. I went to the elemental plane of water, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Just
Lousy t-shirt.
Hey guys.